Welcome back to the High Heart Warrior channel. My name is Hadija. Today I have a message for you from the elements. So I'm going to give you a bunch of options to choose your pile, and then in each pile I'm going to choose a card where it describes which elements you working with could improve your life the most, as well as which chakra those elements could work with most directly. All right, so also the timestamps will be in the description, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Hope you're doing well. Now, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for the zodiac signs. Okie dokie. I'm also going to be giving you letters to choose with. Okay, and then we're gonna get one card from each of these. Let's see. The reason I record this part is so that you can see that the cards are being selected at random. Like, I'm not choosing them. Nope. If you have any questions about the selection process, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do appreciate the feedback. And if you're here, please be sure to like, share, subscribe. I do appreciate it. Oops. Oh. Somebody watching this pile selection, you could have prominent Leo placements, because I just saw Pride and Rue, the herb. So maybe look into the medicinal properties of Rue. And that's a bonus message for somebody. All right. I will see you in I'll show you the piles. All right, pile 1, your signifiers. The way you can choose this pile, if you've been seeing 1111, you have Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Taurus, Libra, Gemini, or Capricorn. You've been seeing the numbers 56 or 60. The initials or the letters T, Y, V, or F. For pile 2, your signifiers, where'd it go? I gave you an angel number, okay. 222, balance. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Virgo, Aries, Leo, or Scorpio. The letters L, W, A, or X, and the numbers 14 and 61. Pile 3, you have 1717, self-reliance, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Cancer, Sagittarius, or Pisces. The letters D, I, U, or N, and number 63 or 62. I will see you in your pile. The timestamps are below in the description. Welcome, pile 1. Let's see what elements or energy you're being called to work with. Water. That's so interesting. You literally have 0 water placements as your sun, moon, or rising. So the element of water is calling for you to work together. Let's see what you got. Determination. Definitely earth sign energy. Well, not 100% earth sign energy, but yeah. Are these all upside down? Yeah. 27, 25 could also be numbers for you. Animal energy. This makes more sense. Give me a second. The number 37. So it's pile 1 for you. The message that I'm getting, really, you need to let go. You need to let go. Like, you're so, there's something, I'm not 100% sure what. I'm gonna pull some tarot, but you need to let go of trying to herd cats. Like, there's something that you're so doggedly determined to manifest into reality. But the thing is, like, this is at face value. Like, there's something about your past that you regret. Everybody has regrets, right? And the element of water, you're kind of, you're so determined and focused on a specific outcome that you're not learning from whatever this is from your past that you regret. You're not sitting with the emotions, right? You're trying to force it down, and it's not getting you anywhere. Especially because I feel like for some of you, this has to do with something about your intuition, where you got, like, you had this thought, not thought, but this intuitive hit, this guidance that you had received, and you ignored it because it wasn't what you were manifesting. It didn't fit the mold of what you were trying to create and achieve. And because of that, you ignored your intuition, which brought about something that you regret. And now it's water under the bridge. You gotta let it go and move forward. Okay, let's see what we have. What about this past? It was hard work. It was something that you were cultivating. You put in so much effort into whatever this is, and that's why you're having such a hard time letting go. But your guidance is to really release that burden so that you can move forward onto calmer shores, so that you can, because this isn't bringing you any sort of, if you're able to let this go, if you're able to let this be water under the bridge, you can release that sense of lack, that sense of being left out in the cold and betrayed, or whatever it is. It's different for each of you, but this burden that you're carrying from your past regrets, some things are just supposed to stay in the past. You're supposed to learn from them and move on and allow it to flow. Yeah. I hope that was helpful. Let's see. Because if you're able to let this go, how can you let this go? How about that? How can you let this go? Oh, basically, the Three of Wands fell on the floor. And it's sideways. So it's like you have this choice to make new plans, to open up that space for better things. And I get it. Sometimes what we want, we really want it, right? But it's not what we need, and it's not what's best for you or other people involved, if there are other people involved. And by holding on to it, you're denying yourself and others the space to create something better for yourself and for others. But there's this, with the Three of Wands being sideways, I feel like that's your gut. It's up to you. Honestly, it's up to you if you stay in the past, holding on to this, or not. But I feel like you're such a strong person. Like, once you're able to really tap into that flowing, receptive nature, you'll be able to make these plans that are really going to make you so much more happier than what you expect. Like, than what, sometimes, like I said, what we want isn't necessarily what's best for us, or even what we actually want. It could be a pattern playing out from your past that you're not really aware of, which is why it's important to do that introspection about this situation that you were trying to manifest. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you. Yeah, bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. Letting go of this betrayal, really. Whether you betrayed yourself or somebody else betrayed you, or it's a perceived betrayal. It's not an actual betrayal, but it just feels like a betrayal. You know, it's gonna vary. And if you'd like, I can work with you and guide you through that in a personalized message. If you go to higherheartwarriorchannel.com, you can set up a call there. But you got to let it go. That's your message from the element of water. You have to really release that control, because you never know. Whatever this is could come back around in a better form. Yeah. All right. Yeah. See? King of Wands. You let it go, you'll get that passionate fulfillment that you're looking for. Or at least the opportunity for it, right? Thank you, pile one, and I will see you next Saturday at 8 a.m. Thank you. Welcome, pile two. Let's see what element wants to work with you. These are a bit difficult, so I'm just gonna go space. That's interesting. Space, ether. Okay. Space. You take up space. Okay. That's just for some of you. You're allowed to take up space, I should say. Obviously, though, with the sense of balance. So let's see what we have. Comfort. You need to become more comfortable with taking up space. Now, if that's something that you naturally do, then it's the opposite. You need to find that balance. You need to be comfortable with making space for others to take up space. shut up. Oh, they're all upside down. Okay. We got balance. Centered energy, self-care. Okay. That's so interesting. Let me just see something. So I was getting the call to take this one. Shut the front door. God, shit, man, what? Okay. I was gonna say how I noticed that I was putting all the cards over here because in pile 1 it was more centered, but for you I feel like, okay, pile 2, clearly you need to be, okay, stepping into your feminine energy, especially finding that balance between the masculine and the feminine. And that doesn't have anything to do with gender or sexual identity. It is an energy. It is the way you interact with the world around you, and creating that space and stillness is really front and center for your message. Okay. Wow. It was, I love that. Okay. Yeah. So finding that balance, centering, yeah, man, you could also have some Libra placements. Not necessarily, but for some. Ooh. Nurture. Yep. Nurture. Okay. So you could be really in your masculine energy. Pile 2. And there's a call for you to really step into that feminine energy and nurture yourself. The number 52 could be significant for you as well. And 24. Lemon balm, honeybees. There's something that's keeping you out of balance. And I feel like you know what it is. Like there's a stubbornness. There's a stubbornness that you're not. I don't mean to laugh, but it's funny. I'm stubborn too sometimes, so I get it. But like, you need to give yourself space to digest whatever it is that's got you out of sorts. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So if when I first opened the reading, you were more aligned with the fact that you need to be more comfortable taking up space, then that's the change that you're being called to make. Honestly, okay, so there's two separate groups in this pile in particular, which is funny because balance, yin yang, you know, there's a real call for you, pile 2. For those of you, like, you'll know, if you've been told that, or you experience that you tend to take up a lot of space when you enter a room, then your message would be to step into your more feminine energy. And that doesn't mean that feminine energy doesn't take up space. I'm just trying to create a delineation between the two separate energies that I'm really like. It's kind of a grapple, actually, if I'm honest. Like, there's a little bit of a grapple going on. So it's like, maybe that's your situation as well. You feel like you're trying to keep balance with taking up space and being comfortable with that and being in stillness, but then also being open to the change, and then also being kind to yourself when you know you need to rest, and then resting. So I feel like this energy is just kind of so left and right. So like, just, and maybe that's the energy that you're feeling right now. I want to give you a better way to understand which one is your track. So I mean, this is kind of, it's a general reading. So if you'd like, we can get more into it. If you go to my website and schedule a connection call, we can see what kind of reading or energy session would work best for you. But because I want to like get into it, but like, you know, it's going to be different for different people. So yeah, weird. Okay. All right, one way for you to know if you need to step into your more feminine energy and learn to be comfortable with it and nurture yourself as you do is if you've got plans to travel. If you have plans to travel coming up, then for you, it's about stillness, receptivity, being kind to yourself when it comes to resting and nurturing yourself. And if you don't have any plans to go on a trip overseas or out of state, then it's the opposite for you. You need to be more comfortable with taking up space, with embodying this Leo, Aries energy, and being more comfortable with making those changes. Let's see. For both, let's see what what this is throwing me for a loop. It's just so like you could have like super active energy. I'm not seeing any air signs here, but I feel like you may have air sign placements. Like Libra is an air sign, so that could be like your sun, moon, or rising. Maybe you chose this pile because of a letter or a number and not because of sun, moon, or rising sign here, but it's just real active. All right. Let's see. What about this space? Okay. Creating this space will give your brain, okay, there we go. For those of you who need to be creating the space and balancing between doing and being still, like you need to step more into your feminine energy. Once you do step into that feminine energy, you will be able to then receive the inspiration, the intuition for a new either way of thinking. It'll enlighten you in some way. It'll be worth it, basically. And for those of you who need to be more comfortable taking up space, what do they need to know? For those who need to be more comfortable taking up space. Oh. There's something about you not rushing it. You can take up space and not rush it. You're meant to bridge the gap between, you're meant to, again, with the balance message coming through again. You're meant to be more comfortable in, because I feel like for some of you, like, I feel like it's like 75%. You're 75%. You just got 25% to go before you're more imbalanced with your feminine and your masculine energy. And once you do that, you'll be able to really cultivate this and unlock your true power. Something about a true power, where your power lies, your power to shine and be an example for others, to teach others. But it's about not rushing it. And there's a call to be more optimistic and have that faith. That balance can be achieved. And that you will, it takes time, but it takes time and awareness. But once you put in that intention with awareness and you're patient with it, you'll get more comfortable. And you'll get more in tune with yourself of, okay, where am I right now? Am I really stepping into my masculine energy? Am I stuck in my masculine energy? Or am I stuck in my feminine energy? Where can I try to bring it into balance? Like, take one step in the form of action. Take another step in the form of nurturing or stillness, nurturing yourself. This was like pulling teeth, man. I hope that was helpful. If you're able to, definitely check out the website, higherheartwarriorchannel.com, so that we can kind of get into it, because I get this struggle. Staying in balance is almost like a full-time job. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next week, Saturday, 8 a.m. Thank you. Pile number 3. Let's see. What is the element that would like to work with you the most? I know I'm not really actually able to shuffle these, so I'll just do it that way. Earth. Okay. That's interesting. You have 0 Earth, Sun, Moon, Rising, Zodiac signs. So the Earth would like you to ground in more. I think this one too. Earth and air. Okay. All right. Let's see. You could have chosen this pile based off the numbers or the letters and not the zodiac signs. Okay. Confidence. Confidence. All right, pile 3. Something about being confident in your intellectual abilities. Are these all upside down? Yep. And your intuition. Being confident in your intuition. Self-esteem. You can't. I shuffled these on camera, so like. Okay, pile 3. Yeah. So far, your main message that I'm getting is you have the emotional understanding, the emotional intelligence down. Okay. The thing is, there's something about your ability to perform or trusting yourself that you really need to step into and ground into and really embody. Rebirth. Ayahuasca, the number 50. Weaver. You could be a musician. The number 20. You could be in your 20s. A musician in your 20s. And then we have abundance as a state of mind. Earth chakra. Earth chakra. What am I saying? Root chakra. This is, okay, look. Pile 3. You can do whatever you put your mind to. You really can. You can do it because you take those baby steps. You take those, you've got that staying power. It's just a matter of you believing it. And trusting yourself. I feel like for some of you, you're in that process of really stepping into your power, stepping into acknowledging, really believing in yourself. That's part of this rebirth that you're going through. But it's about your mindset. So you're being called to work with your mindset as far as taking leadership of your life. Once you do, oh, watch out. Watch out, everybody. All right, let's see. What can pile 3 do to really step into their confidence, their leadership of their own life, grounded in? What can they do? Literally walking is one thing. For some of you, there's some sort of, oh my God, I just stuttered. there's something that you've been wanting to do that would require this confidence and self-esteem, and you're being guided to do it, to take the leap of faith, to take the step towards bringing it into your reality. It's going to be different for everybody, but you know what it is. So I said, what can you do? Take a leap of faith towards what you want. Know that you have the capability to achieve it, and not just achieve it, but to sustain it. And if they take this leap of faith, what's the possible outcome? Oh, what's the possible outcome if they take the leap of faith? The Tower. Ultimate transformation. Transformation, a shakeup in a good way. Towers aren't always about destruction and chaos in a negative way. It's about a shuffling. It's about a restructuring. But for some of you, you need to keep it to yourself. See how he's holding on to those so tight to his chest, walking away like a little fox? Foxes could be significant for you. But yeah, keep it to yourself until it's actually been embodied in the physical world. But that's your message, pile 3. I'm trying to see. I hope that made sense. I feel like it was super quick, but sometimes that's just how it goes. If you'd like a more personalized session, feel free to head to higherheartwarriorchannel.com, where you can take a look at the offerings and book a connection call so we can see what will best serve you. I do appreciate you watching. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next week, Saturday, 8 a.m. Thank you.